What's up, everybody? We have reached the NHL's unofficial quarter mark of the NHL season. We figured that would be a good time to look at the quarter season that was, and maybe that'll help us forecast the rest of the way. Anthony, I thought the most obvious place to start here is to start with the Hart Trophy and look at who so far, the season ends today, who's got your Hart Trophy?
Connor McDavid.
No.
Big surprise. A lot of people thought that there's no way that the Edmonton Oilers would be anywhere near a playoff spot, but he's carried them to the playoffs so far. He's got 40 points through 22 games. He's definitely playing lights-out hockey. We know he's got a lights-out line mate in Leon Draisaitl, but Connor McDavid is taking over games. They've been down in second periods, and he's taken over. He's had a 4-point night, a 5-point night, and even a 6-point night. For me, Connor McDavid, bar none. How about you?
Yeah, that's the pick. I mean, it would be dishonest to stand here and try to make a case for anyone else. I do have a vote. He's my guy right now. Looking around the league, Nathan McKinnon, he's been fantastic. John Carlson on the back end's been really good. And then just want to throw a little love to Brad Marchand in Boston. I don't know if you'd say Pasternak or Bergeron, one of those guys, but he'd be in the conversation. By the way, neither of us mentioned Leon Draisaitl. Does he have a chance to ever win a Hart Trophy, given his line mate?
Not playing with Connor McDavid. And Jeff Merrick and I were talking about it earlier on in the season, saying the line would be probably 133 points of the over-under, what he would get. I think he might get 150 points the way that he's playing so far in the season.
Yeah, he's on pace for 160. I saw that earlier this morning.
Sorry for Leon.
Which is insanity. 160 points, not even in the Hart Trophy conversation. Looking around to the back end now, let's go to the Vezina Trophy. Is anyone standing out for you for that award?
Thomas Greiss, 8-1-0 record. He's got a .938 save percentage, and he's first in the league, and he also has a 1.98 GAA, second in the league. So what amazes me about him this season, he's only let in more than two goals twice in this whole entire season. Thomas Greiss, top-end goalie, Vezina pick for me.
Yeah, that's a good one. So I'm a bit of a New York Islanders apologist, given the family background, and I didn't like the move of moving on from Robin Lehner. He went to Chicago. Obviously, Corey Crawford's there, and it's not an easy situation for him. But he's been fantastic too, and he's near the top of the league. And goals saved, I think against expected is the fancy stat. But he's been fantastic for them, and a big reason why they've turned around Chicago. So Lehner's in there, but I'm actually going to give my vote right now would go to Connor Hellebuck, who's Winnipeg has obviously been decimated on the back end. He's a guy who has really sort of fortified that back end and made a difference. He's got a .927, I think, right now, and he's been an important part of what they're doing. So we've talked about before, the Hart and the goaltenders. So let's move along to the Norris Trophy. Who are you leaning towards there?
Top defenseman, John Carlson. He's leading all defensemen in 34 points. He's third overall in NHL scoring. He's got 26 assists, ranking second in the NHL, plus 15. He had a really good October. Look for him to carry it out and win the Norris.
Yeah, I think he's my pick too. Obviously, the points have just been ridiculous, and he's such a big part of what makes Ovechkin effective. I feel like that he's such a threat that keeps Alex Ovechkin as such a big threat. So he's my guy. I have Hedman. I have Miro Heiskanen in Dallas, is playing over 25 minutes, and I think a big part of what's turned things around there in Dallas. For the Calder Trophy, do you have anyone other than Cale Makar?
I do not, and then we're not really disagreeing on too much here, but Cale Makar, 22 points in 20 games. It's an amazing feat for a rookie, first-year defenseman. And the rookie record for NHL defenseman is 76 points by Larry Murphy in 1981. I believe he has a chance to shatter that. I believe he can get 85, 90-point season with that offense that they have in Colorado.
Yeah, that's my vote too. There's a lot of names. We expected Kakko and Jack Hughes to be in the conversation. They're not there yet. They're working their way towards it. But some other defensemen, Quinn Hughes, Kirby Dack, even Olsen in Buffalo has been very good. How about just going the big picture in the NHL season? Has anyone disappointed you so far?
For me, it has to be the Calgary Flames, especially after last year losing in 5 games to Colorado after finishing first in the Pacific Division and Western Conference. I thought that they would come out and have a stronger showing, and right now, offensively, they're struggling. Johnny Gaudreau and Sean Monahan only have 10 goals between the two of them, and their power play is 19th in the NHL at 17.3%. Not good enough. They're 28th in the NHL with 2.52 goals for against. So I expected there to be a lot more offense in Calgary. So far, we're not seeing that.
Yeah, and for me, it's Tampa Bay. I expected the Lightning, after a 126-point season, to come out and do the same thing. Their roster is virtually unchanged, and obviously they're having some struggles there. They've been better of late, but still disappointing. disappointing. The other end, for positive surprises, my vote's going to be the New York Islanders, who've won a ton of games. Very surprising. I didn't expect them to be this good. Barry Trotz gets a lot of credit there. How about yourself? Any surprises?
Arizona Coyotes.
Yeah.
Rick Tocchet has them playing an amazing defense. When you looked at the beginning of the season, you thought that they'd be playing run and gun hockey, but they're first in the NHL with 2.23 goals against, and they got guys that weren't really expected to be having big season. Connor Garland's got 10 goals this season. Nick Schmaltz got 18 points. We expected it to be the Phil Kessel show, but they have younger guys stepping up, playing a big role in Arizona.
Well, that's it for us so far. Thank you very much for joining us.